If you haven't watched Killing Eve yet, why not? What are you doing? What are you, like, working? Are you, like, raising kids? Killing Eve is a BBC spy thriller about a British intelligence officer named Eve who finds herself obsessing over a psychopathic Russian killer agent named Villanelle. It's got violence, it's got hot lesbian romance, and it even has that adorable dry British humor.
Don't get all giddy and start singing along to the radio in my car.
Today we're going to focus on the LGBT aspect of the show and how the two lead actors have really embraced it in kind of polar opposite ways, with one of them being very vocal and supportive and the other one being, you'll find out. This is the worst case of queerbaiting I've ever seen.
It's definitely resonated with the LGBT community.
She could have had the opinion she has, but said it in a less offensive way. Hey, I'm Amanda, I'm addicted to popcorn, and welcome to my really gay YouTube channel. FYI, there will not be any major spoilers in this video, just me breaking down the relationship between Eve and Villanelle and sometimes using subtext to justify my opinions. Killing Eve is based on a 4-part series of novellas by British author Luke Jennings. In 2014, shortly after the first novella came out, Sally Woodward Gentle of Sid Gentle Films optioned the book, then brought in Emmy-winning actress and writer Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who had recently experienced smashing success with her show Fleabag. Phoebe Waller-Bridge became the showrunner as well as the head writer for the first season of Killing Eve. On the sapphic nature of the relationship between the two leads, Waller-Bridge gave this explanation.
It's a lot of girl-on-girl action. But she absolutely does have it. We all like a bit of that, don't we?
Yes, we do, Phoebe. Yes, we do. Especially this we do. The portrayal of two lead women characters who are sexually attracted to each other did not go unnoticed by the queer community. The show was recently nominated for a GLAAD Award in the Outstanding Drama Series category. When asked about the dynamic between Eve and Villanelle, Season 2's head writer, Emerald Fennell, had this opinion. I would go so far as to say that all obsession is sexual to some degree. There comes a point where even if you're obsessed with a train set, there's something going on. If you're spending more time with your train set than your wife, what are you doing to that train? There absolutely is a sexual component to the obsession. Honey, I peeked through the door in the basement last night and I saw some weird stuff going on with your train set. Just tell me that it wasn't what it looked like. Just tell me you were not sticking the trains up your arse. I mean, it is a BBC show. What? I wasn't doing anything weird with the trains. The show has undoubtedly had a profound connection with a lot of female fans. Holy shit, I'm so in love with Villanelle, which is kind of creepy, all things considered. I'll feed myself since this hiatus want to take so long. Look at this picture of Villanelle holding Eve like a baby. I feel like this is such a lesbian thing to do. Like, I often try to pick up my girlfriend and she's, you know, not heavy, but she's just a normal sized girl. When I do it, it's always like, ugh. And then I get her like half an inch off the ground and I'm like, my whole body's shaking. And then I put her down and she's like, oh my God, you're so strong. And I'm like, yeah. Even Billie Eilish loves this show. But the actor who portrays Eve, Sandra Oh, was pretty much a huge bummer when asked about the queer aspect to her character. In an interview with Gay Times, when asked about her character's sexuality, Sandra Oh dismissed it as a focus or message, then lumps the entire LGBTQ community together, saying, you guys are tricky because you want to make it into something, but it just isn't. What do you mean, you guys? Who's you guys? The whole damn fan base just made it up. All the gays got together, did a whole bunch of shrooms and acid, and we just imagined this kissing scene. Sandra Oh goes on. The fluidity, even in the questioning that I know Eve really carries, is what I think people can truly relate to. We are not saying one thing or another, because people are not one thing or another. She pauses. I'm only going to focus in on the truth of what we are doing. If she didn't spend the previous 5 minutes flat out dismissing her character's queerness, then that last statement might make me think she believes we're all a little gay. Sandra doesn't hate homos. She thinks everyone is homos. That tells me that either she doesn't think queer representation is important, or maybe she doesn't understand the definition of queer. And this is not necessarily surprising, right? we have come a long way, but for, I think, the average straight person, if you're watching something and you don't see queer representation, I don't know that it's like gonna stand out to you as something important. I don't know why it would. And I don't want to be completely negative, but her just really dismissing the idea as a whole concept, I really have a problem with that. I mean, can I just remind you of this scene?
I think about you all the time. I think about what you're wearing and what you're doing and who you're doing it with. I think about what friends you have. I think about what you eat before you work, or what shampoo you use, and what happened in your family. I think about your eyes and your mouth and what you feel when you kill someone. I think about what you have for breakfast. I just want to know everything.
I think about you too. I mean, I masturbate about you a lot.
You know, I wouldn't mind if, when she was asked, Sandra Oh had said, I don't know, we'll see what the future holds. I'm just not totally sure. It hasn't been explicitly stated in the script. But that's not what she said. Why the are they dancing? What was up with all that dancing in season 3? What about the time Eve was doing some other guy while listening to Villanelle in her ear? Oh, nothing sexual about that! I'm not the only one who took offense to Sandra Oh's characterization of Eve. This is the worst case of queerbaiting I've ever seen. BBC is marketing Killing Eve as a lesbian thriller. I wake up to an article claiming there is nothing lesbian/romantic between Eve and Villanelle. Yet they've kissed, touched themselves, thinking of each other, and then it's got all these billboards. Has anyone seen My Girlfriend? Oh, that's not gay at all. That's just what young women do. They just call each other their girlfriends, you know? Like, it's not sexual, even if they're masturbating to each other. Sigh, I need to stop putting any trust in shows to show me representation of queer couples outside of side characters. Killing Eve is one of the most disgusting examples of queerbaiting to date, but a lot of people flat out disagreed that the show is queerbaiting. Queerbaiting is when writers bait LGBTQ viewers with queer-coded content but never deliver it. Killing Eve doesn't queerbait because Villanelle is canon queer and the feelings they have for each other have been canonically discussed. Okay, first of all, love the way she writes language. Okay, so Eve's not queer. Whatever. But what about Villanelle? Well, I mean, obviously, if you've continued to watch the show, you know the answer to that. Can I just say that the opening scene to season 3 is probably my favorite TV show opening ever. It is so funny and brilliant and surprising and gay. Here's what actor Jodie Comer has said regarding her character's LGBTQ status.
It's definitely resonated with the LGBT community, which I think is really special. And it was always a part of her. I never questioned it, and it's something that we celebrate.
She thinks we're special. Look, on the one hand, I get why it's easier for Comer to define her character's sexuality. I mean, it's like right out there in the open. While on the other hand, Eve's sexuality is also right there out in the open. So like a 1/16 of me kind of gets Sandra Oh, saying Eve's queerness is not a thing. And I agree with others who have said Killing Eve does not meet the definition of queerbaiting because, like they say, season 3 opens up with a queer wedding. It's delivering on the queerness. But what the show absolutely is guilty of is teasing queer viewers with a sexual relationship between Villanelle and Eve, when in Sandra Oh's mind, there's nothing sexual about it. I mean, look at these promotion shots. What the is this? It looks like they hired the same person who did the promos for the L Word. My God! I'm not gonna lie, this video did not start out with what it has turned into. I wrote a whole damn script about how the show is so great because it hires only women to be the head writers each season. I was fully prepared to spend 10 minutes just gushing over the actors and over the writers who are apparently all white. But then I stumbled upon these ridiculous quotes from Sandra Oh about her character not being what we want it to be and kind of generalizing us all. She could have had the opinion she has, but said it in a less offensive way. So you're just gonna act all this it out on screen and then completely downplay it in interviews. This relationship is sexual. Like, it absolutely is sexual. Everyone knows it's sexual, and it is between two women. What inside her head constitutes a queer relationship? Like, if we see them in season 4, is Sandra Oh gonna come out and be like, oh, sorry guys, guess Eve is a little gay? Or is she gonna double down and say there's nothing gay about a little bit of eating, nothing gay about some banging? Who doesn't bang a woman from time to time? It really bothers me that a show which seems to rely on the sexual tension between the two female leads as like a plot driving device and as well as a marketing device can be so blasé about one of those characters' queerness. This commentary in the background from one of the most important actors on the show. Like I said before, it's a huge bummer. I wonder if people who are a little bit older in the entertainment industry find the idea of getting asked about their character's sexuality frustrating and something they just don't want to have to talk about. All right, that's it. That's the video. I'm aware that a lot of people love this show and will probably disagree with some of the conclusions I came to. If you do, let me know in the comments. It's totally about discussion and not necessarily about me trying to hate on a talented actor. All right, that's it. That's the video. I know a lot of you are totally cool with Killing Eve and its portrayal of queerness. I mean, it's been nominated for a freaking GLAAD award, although if they win, I'm sure they won't be sending down Sandra Oh to collect the trophy. How awkward would that be? Let me know what you think. Have you watched the show? Did you hear about the queerbaiting controversy? Do you think I'm overanalyzing it or twisting her words? I have linked the Gay Times article in the description. All right, y'all, stay in the love out there. I will see you next video.
Ever been interested in women?
No, not like that.
Not even ones with delicate features, sort of cat-like eyes that are completely inaccessible?
That is horribly unprofessional. You want to hear about her tits?